Hi everyone, I'm going to show you today how to add snow to your photos using our Instant Winter Action Mini Set. The first step that you want to do is add your frost, because this can kind of set you a base for where you're going to want to have your snow. Okay, so use a soft white brush and gently just start brushing on the frost, and we can Now we're going to go back in and remove some areas, and I'm going to lower my flow to about 10. And now I'm going to slowly remove some frost in the regions that are closer to the camera. Maybe not that much, a little bit less. Kind of bring some of the flow back down, maybe even 5. So we're going to bring some of the ground colors back, and then areas on our subject too. You can also go to the quick selection tool and make sure you have your background layer selected whatever layer you have your photo on, and do select subject, and that will kind of give you a quick selection. Sometimes it's not always accurate, so you might have to go into the add or remove selection area and kind of manually adjust that, but okay, so I'm pretty satisfied with this frost. I can always go back and add more. Now I'm going to show you how to use the snow overlay. This one has an additional step that we take. First, we're going to go ahead and apply the action. The action will let you know that it's going to decrease the photo to 8 bits to run this, and you can also add that back later if it's a big deal. You'll press continue and it's going to run the action. Okay, and we're all done. So this is telling me now that I'm going to go into the select and color range area to help add some snow to my photo. Let me show you exactly what this means. So select up here at the top, click on color range. Alright, so if you get something like this where you don't see anything, that's because you need to have the actual photo layer selected, and as you can see right now I still have this snow layer selected. So you'll want to click on your photo layer. So now that I have that selected, we'll go to select and then color range. And now we can see there's a little bit more of a detail here in this sample image. So what you're going to want to do is click on the areas of highlights with this eyedropper. You can see where anywhere I click, it's changing the sample. And this is where the snow is going to lie. So we can see that this is going to be a good balance here for us to start with this one, because the snow looks like it's laying on the ground. Okay, so now that we have that selected, you're going to go up to the layer mask of the instant snow and click on the layer mask. Next, you're going to make sure you have a soft white brush, and you'll want to set your opacity to be kind of high, maybe in the 70s. Okay, and then you're just going to go on and paint this on the layer mask. Kind of the areas that are not on your subject. Okay, and this is grabbing highlights of your image so that we can put snow caps, like snowfall. Okay. So this is before the snowfall, and as you can see, this has kind of added a little bit more of a highlight. It puts them on the twigs. We can do this again and try and catch some of the foliage here in the back. Click on your background layer again, select color range, and I'm going to look for some in that region. Maybe drop it down just a bit so it's not catching everything. Okay, so now I'll go up and click on the instant snow layer again, and with a white brush, alright, so that's what the second round of the color range. Okay, before the snow action and after. So we have the option to add icy air, which looks like it dramatically decreases the temperature of your photo. Another action that we have is add snowy glow. This is an illumination. You have the option from top or bottom. Okay, we have frost edges, which adds a very nice winter fog effect. And you can customize it a little bit by using a black brush. Set the opacity to be about 50 to kind of paint that off. Adds a nice coolness to the photo. Also helps kind of focus in on the subject. If you find that your photo is getting kind of foggy and you can't really see your subject as much, like this would be a good example. I have a clarity action which allows to bring back some of that detail. So clarity has basically made him pop without us having to, you know, leave this big vignette around him. If you wanted to kind of make it look a little bit more natural, or you want to kind of bring back facial features and clothes amidst the snowy chaos. So I'm going to drop the opacity down of the frosty edges. Darken edges is a kind of vignette effect. I'm not going to use that today. So the winter toning, we have 6 winter tones. Noel is one of my favorites. It's a kind of soft, snowy, blue winter tone. That does really good for kind of setting the subject to be in a cool tone along with your photo. We also have Victorian. This is going to have a little bit of a punch to it. It's kind of contrasty with some warm hues. We have Sugar Plum, which is in a sort of cool pastel with little pops of purple instead of blue. Crystallize. Crystallize is a really pretty action, especially if you're doing deep tones or you have your subject wearing dark colors. It was really good at tying that in. Can drop the opacity of that, and it does a nice job at adding a little bit more of a chill effect, evening, that sort of thing too. Very pretty. Icy Pop is a very subtle kind of blue boost that can go with most any of the other actions to kind of tie in a little bit more blue without taking over the photo too much. Okay, and lastly, we have a fixer tone, deep contrast, just kind of helps to pop the photo a little bit more so you can bring a lot more of your shadows. And again, it kind of keeps it from getting a little too hazy. It's a nice finishing tool. Like and share our video, comment below if you have any questions. I will be happy to help, and have fun editing.